So now that I got the mirrors built, attached, I got the light situation under control, the next step is to actually make it work. Now I knew from the beginning that I wanted to make this an interactive sort of thing. I wanted people to be able to scare themselves rather than have it set up on like a sensor or timer or something like that. So I bought this. This is a big red button. A few years ago, Charles and I made our own custom light dimmer for our lights when we were filming. It's pretty simple. We just took an old power cord, cut it in half, and spliced it onto the switch itself. So what I'm planning on doing is switching out this switch for this big red button switch and just installing this into the wall with the big red button, and there'll be a sign that says, "Do not press this button." And of course, who can resist a giant red button that says "Do not press"? So, while everyone's in the garage having a good time looking at themselves in the mirror, someone's gonna decide, what does this do? You're gonna press the button, the light's gonna come on, you're gonna see the clown face in the mirror, and there's gonna be loud, scary noise. It's going to give everyone a good scare. So, it's been several years now since we made this. So I'm gonna have to kind of refresh my memory on how this whole thing is wired up. Because, to be honest, I don't have too much experience with like electrical wiring stuff. But I can usually look at something and see how it works. So, after struggling with that for a while, because as I said, I'm not very experienced when it comes to electrical stuff, finally got it all hooked up, and here's the first test. Someone comes up, presses the button, and... okay, so it works, although it has a big bright flash at first, which I was not expecting. But I actually kind of like it, because you figure it's gonna be dark in here, darkish, and then when that gets pressed, it's like a really bright flash before it goes red, and with the sound that'll play and everything, it might actually add to the scare. That wasn't planned at all, but I think I like that. So, it works. The last step is just going to be to actually mount this in the wall. I think I'm going to do it on this piece right here. And, yeah. Nice. So unfortunately, I kind of damaged the wall a little bit during that whole process. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of touch-ups, but the button is mounted, and yeah, check it out, it works. Oh my god, it works. Actually, I haven't really shown you guys the full effect yet. The light is obviously a big part of it, but you haven't heard the sound. I've already put the sound together a few nights ago. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that loaded up on my iPod, get my speakers hooked up, and give this a true first test. Alright, here's the moment of truth. And I'll be honest, I already tested this before I started recording because I wanted to make sure it worked and not have like some embarrassing thing happen. Yeah, anyway, here we go. Oh wait, hang on. Let's turn out this light for maximum effect. 3, 2, 1. So yeah, what do you think? That's essentially how it's gonna look on Halloween night. As I said, I do need to touch up the area around the button because it kind of got messed up around there. There's only one thing about this that I want to change, and I don't know how, so maybe you guys can give me advice. So when you press the button, there's a small delay before the sound actually starts. Very small, but it's there. It makes it to where the sound doesn't happen until after the light's already on, see? And I know why. It's because when I press the button, it takes a second for the power to go from here down to the speakers, and then it takes a second for the speakers to like pick up the input. So I'm not quite sure what to do about that. I don't know how to remove that delay, if it even is possible to remove that delay. Maybe I could try a different speaker, maybe I could try one of my wireless speakers, that might help a little bit. I don't know. But if you guys have any input as far as that goes, please let me know, because I'm kind of stumped. But I am happy to say that this project is essentially done. All 3 mirrors around the wall, the buttons wired up, the lights work. It's all good. It's just a matter of a little fine-tuning things now. So, you know what that means? That means that I can actually get started on my next project, which I believe is going to be the candy cart that will be in here, and that's where the trick-or-treaters will actually come and grab the candy from. So that should be a fun project, but I'm not gonna be able to start that today. I'm gonna do a little bit of research and try and see what I can do about this sound delay. But regardless, I'm pretty happy.